You have to give your baby supplements. Why would you want to give a growing baby supplements?
Imagine trying to cut up the supplement and like put it into the broccoli.
It's going to be like, no, it's going to spit it out. Why would you?
Hello everybody, welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be looking at whether vegan parents should go to jail for feeding their kids a malnourished diet. So this is with the doctors. So yeah, the doctors always have incredible opinions to react to, so let's check it out.
Yep. Should be good.
Could parents really be incarcerated for cutting meat from their kids' diets? This sounds absolutely crazy, but those controversial plans were recently put forward as an idea in Italy as a way to curb certain vegan parents from imposing strict food restrictions on their young children. So the proposed law...
Bro, respect to Italy, honestly, and they say strict food restrictions. You're literally restricting your kid from the most essential food you can possibly put into your body, which is meat. You're increasing their chance by getting all these things, such as ADHD, depression, all these illnesses that we get now by, I don't even know how many times, maybe 10, 20, 30 times. And it's genuinely child torture. It's ridiculous.
Would legally hold responsible parents for feeding children a diet devoid of elements essential for healthy and balanced growth.
Yeah, he's doing that, but what he's saying is exactly correct.
It proposes jail sentences of 1 year for vegans.
Only 1 year.
Up to 4 years if the kids have permanent health problems, and up to 7 years if the child...
Should be life, should be counted as murder.
7 years if the child... Wait.
...dies as a result.
7 years if the child dies as a result of feeding them this diet. You're imposing your own... I think vegan is sort of a religion. You're imposing your own beliefs onto a kid and they die because of it. That is just...
...of a vegan diet. This would apply to kids under 16.
16.
First of all, I'm shocked. I've never heard of anything like this. The only part that I could understand is there are a lot of different ways to eat, many of which can be incredibly healthy. But if you do eat a restricted diet, you just need to know what you're doing. That's the only part of this.
I don't know if any vegans know what they're doing.
Anyone's watching, just like, you know what you're doing. Vegan can be so healthy, but you do have to know what...
Oh my gosh. It's like, know what you're doing. Okay, you can only eat certain foods, but as long as you know what you're doing, it's safe. How does knowing what you're doing make it safe? You can only eat certain foods. Okay, you can supplement, but the supplement is nowhere near as efficient as the actual vitamin you get in the proper food. It's just...
They said vegan can be extremely healthy. No, it's clearly void of many of the essential nutrients.
Essential for brain health, for bodily functions, for everything.
Yeah, I think a lot of these doctors aren't really trained too much in nutrition, so it is...
You gotta give them a benefit, give them a bit of...
I'm sure they have to cover a lot of topics, and nutrition is one of the ones that's kind of lacking, so...
Yeah.
It's alright.
Let's see what they say.
What you're doing with
you have to know what you're omitting from the diet that you then have to somehow supplement.
Right.
Obviously, animal-based food, so, meat, fish, dairy, eggs, they're extremely high in healthy proteins and fats and certain vitamins. Particularly, for example, it's been shown in some studies that 92% of vegans are low or deficient in vitamin B12 because it's not really found in plant-based diets.
No, it's not found in plant foods diets at all. It's also deficient in omega-3. You can't readily convert it from DHA to EPA. There's so many things that are just not deficient. It's not just B12, but yeah.
As a parent, you have to think, okay, I know these things about the way I am planning to feed my children, and I'm going to supplement and make sure all the nutrients are there, and that's it. How you impose jail time for doing it improperly is...
I thought she was on the right track there. I thought she was going to say that, obviously a vegan diet isn't healthy and there's so many nutrients in a meat diet, and why wouldn't you feed your kid meat? And then she fully switches. I'm like, what the heck? Anyway.
And she's like, you have to give your baby supplements. Why would you want to give a growing baby supplements?
Imagine trying to cut up the supplement and like put it into the broccoli.
It's going to be like, no, it's going to spit it out. Why would you?
It's first you're going to see the broccoli and not want to eat it, and then there's going to be powdered supplements stuck in it. Like, it's going to be absolutely
any diet we need supplements is just...
Anyway, bro. Fire.
I wonder if there are some farmers that raise cattle in Italy who are pushing this law forward and force people to eat more meat.
No, it's probably just educated people and educated parents.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? A well-rounded vegan diet is for sure, on a whole, healthier than the average American diet.
Agreed. Actually,
I don't agree, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
there's a lot of processed foods that the average American eats, which are very detrimental. Seed oils, huge inflammatory effects.
Yeah.
So,
but at least they are having meat. They are having some form of meat, whether it's from McDonald's and it's a patty. At least they are getting that meat, and that there's you know, but it's pretty close. Vegan diet and junk food standard American diet. It's pretty close. Yeah.
Anyway.
And the diet there is different than here in America. But the one thing I will say, in 2015, this did happen. An Italian court ordered a divorced mother to stop feeding her 12-year-old son a vegan diet because his father complained that it was stunting his growth. So there are some...
That's
father's based.
Yeah. Like, it's stunt...
It will stunt your growth because if you're not getting those essential nutrients that you need to grow up as a person, of course it's going to stunt your growth.
You're going to stunt your testosterone.
You're on starvation food. You're not going to grow up to be big and strong.
Yeah, like...
legal precedents in Italy for restricting the way parents can feed their kids. But the one thing I would say is, I don't think you need a new law in place for anything like this. Look, if you're a parent and you are knowingly not giving your child certain nutrients, well, that is neglect.
Yeah, I agree. There should not be a law. It's such a shame there has to be a law to address this certain issue. Like, I don't even know how people are vegan. There shouldn't even be a law for this. Everyone should just be eating meat. It's such a shame that society's come to needing laws to stop people from killing their own kids. I don't know, like...
But to me, what's bothersome is that they're specifically attacking vegan parents. That to me is true.
No, they're attacking malnourishment.
Law actually had vegan parents herself. I think this is retaliation.
Well, and the takeaway for any parent out there watching is, if you go on a certain diet for yourself and for your children and it's new to you, make sure you research it, understand it. Know that if you go with a certain type of diet, you may be missing certain nutrients. Just make sure you're getting all the nutrients, especially for your kids, that they need to grow and be healthy. We'll be right back.
What he said there at the end was, I think, was pretty.
It
was a good point, but vegans simply aren't. You know, they can't be on top of it, and they don't know what nutrients, because they don't know what they think they might know what nutrients they need for themselves, but really they don't even know what to give themselves. So imagine what they're doing to their kids. So. Yeah.
And if you're like a true person who wants to go vegan and you do the research will show you that it's not the correct diet. So if you do your research correctly, you won't actually be in a vegan diet. But then again, there's a lot of misleading information. It's easy to get swept away. So
yeah, these doctors have just been swept away from the narrative of veganism being healthy, and yeah, it's just constant. I've watched a lot of these. That doctor, that main one, does the same point over and over and over again. If you watch his interviews with Paul Saladino when he was on the show, there's absolutely no respect for anything else apart from their narrative, and they just keep pushing. So there's not really much else you can do when going against that. Yeah.
So to answer the question, the title of the video: do you think that vegan parents should go to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if the kids get a health issue or die from veganism, the parents, I think, should be...
Which is essentially guaranteed, almost.
Yeah.
Like, some sort of health issue.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the reaction video. Leave a like, subscribe, and check out the new videos on the screen.
See ya.